LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith are not just arguing, they're going at it like never before. What started as a simple debate has now turned into a full-on battle. Stephen A. said something that didn't sit right with LeBron, and now the back and forth is heating up. It's not just talk anymore. Things are getting serious. But that's not the only wild thing happening. Yvonne Orji, the actress and comedian, might be making a surprise move that no one expected. There are rumors she's joining Balloon Pop Show. Yes, the same crazy show where anything can happen. What's going on? Is this real? Major sports feud, a big career twist, and a whole lot of drama. This one is packed with surprises. The exciting dating show Pop the Balloon or Find Love is set to hit Netflix on April 10th, and it's creating a lot of buzz. The show, which originally gained attention on YouTube, is now making its way to a much larger audience thanks to a major deal with Netflix. This deal means that Netflix will be giving the show a fresh, reimagined version for its global audience. This is a big deal for Arlette and BM, the creators of the show, as they transition from YouTube to Netflix. It's a huge leap in the entertainment world, and the new Netflix version promises to bring some exciting changes while keeping the spirit of the original show intact. Arlette and BM's deal with Netflix shows how far they've come with their unique idea. What started as a viral hit on social media and YouTube is now getting the kind of exposure that only a platform like Netflix can provide. With a larger budget and global access, Netflix is reimagining the format to make it even bigger and bolder. This shift to a more widely accessible platform not only increases the show's reach, but also opens up opportunities for Arlette and BM to expand their roles as creative minds in the industry. What's also notable is that Pop the Balloon or Find Love has been all over social media. From trending hashtags to memes, the show's quirky premise has caught the attention of many viewers, proving that it's not just a one-hit wonder. It's even made its way into popular culture with shows like Saturday Night Live poking fun at it, featuring Dave Chappelle in a hilarious skit. This social media buzz has helped it reach people who may not have otherwise discovered it. Now, with Netflix backing it, Arlette and BM can take their show to a whole new level. The pair are likely to have a significant hand in the show's production, ensuring it stays true to their original vision, while also exploring new avenues for the audience. While the shift to Netflix is exciting, one change that some fans are finding hard to swallow is the replacement of Arlette as the host. The new Netflix version will feature Yvonne Orji, the talented actress and comedian known for her work on Insecure. While Yvonne is undoubtedly a skilled host and performer, many fans, including the speaker in the video, feel that it's odd to see Arlette, the original face of the show, being replaced. Arlette's unique style of hosting is part of what made the show special in the first place. Fans got to know her, and she became synonymous with the series. So seeing someone else in the role just feels a bit off. This kind of change isn't new in the entertainment industry, though. Networks often seek out big-name celebrities to bring in larger audiences, thinking that a famous face will attract more viewers. But sometimes it can feel like these networks are overlooking fresh, original talent like Arlette. For someone who has been there from the beginning, it's frustrating to see a network put someone else in that central role just for the sake of popularity. Arlette and BM, however, seem to be fine with this shift. As executive producers, they still have a stake in the show's success, and this move likely gives them more freedom behind the scenes while allowing them to continue focusing on other projects. Even though Arlette is stepping down from the Netflix version, she hasn't disappeared entirely. She will still be the face of the original YouTube version of the show, which will continue in its original format. So fans who love her hosting style will still have the chance to see her in action, even if it's not on Netflix. For Arlette and BM, it's a smart move. They're getting the chance to profit from both the original YouTube version and the Netflix reimagining, while staying involved in the show's creation on a higher level. Fans are eagerly awaiting what the Netflix version of Pop the Balloon or Find Love will look like. Given the bigger budget and Netflix's reputation for adding dramatic elements to their reality shows, it's safe to say the series will undergo some changes. The original YouTube version was quirky, authentic, and raw, which was part of its charm. But the Netflix version will likely come with higher stakes, more twists, and a more polished production. Viewers can expect to see dramatic music, carefully timed cuts, and potentially even hired actors to spice things up. One of the major changes promised by Netflix is the inclusion of celebrity surprises, which means we could see some famous faces pop up on the show. This could mean anything from celebrity guests coming on to play the game to an entirely separate celebrity edition of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. While this may bring in more viewers, there's a chance it could also shift the dynamic of the show from its original fun and lighthearted spirit to something more scripted and over the top, which might alienate fans of the YouTube version who liked the authentic, unfiltered feel. Another big change expected from the Netflix version is a possible increase in the stakes. With more drama, twists, and celebrity involvement, the show could become a more intense experience for both the participants and the viewers. This could be a good move for Netflix in terms of attracting fans who love reality TV drama, but it's also a gamble. Will the new format maintain the charm of the original, or will it lose what made the show so popular in the first place? In short, while the new version of the show has a lot of potential, there are mixed feelings about how it will balance the original rawness with the more polished, dramatic flair Netflix is known for. Fans who loved the YouTube version might worry that the Netflix reimagining will feel too commercialized and lose its original appeal. But with Arlette and BM still involved as executive producers, there's hope that the heart of the show will remain intact, even if it looks a little different. The feud between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith began over criticism of LeBron's son, Bronny James, and his early performance in the NBA. Bronny, drafted 55th overall, has been under intense scrutiny because of his famous father. While the 55th pick usually doesn't get much attention, Bronny's status is magnified due to his last name, and this has led to high expectations and constant media attention. Stephen A. Smith, in particular, has openly criticized Bronny, claiming that he's not yet ready for the NBA. Stephen A. pointed out that Bronny's stats were underwhelming, including his low points, assists, and rebounds, and argued that LeBron's decision to let his son play alongside him in the NBA was premature. The criticism was rooted in the belief that Bronny wasn't yet prepared for the competition in the league. For Stephen A., this was about fairness. He felt that LeBron's influence was pushing Bronny into the spotlight before he was ready to shine. Bronny's entry into the NBA was always going to be under a magnifying glass. Being LeBron's son means that every play, shot, and stat would be analyzed and compared to his father's legendary career. While he may not have been the first overall pick, Bronny's position as the 55th pick has still brought him into the media's crosshairs. His development is being closely monitored, and many are waiting to see whether he can live up to the family name. LeBron's desire to play with both of his sons, including Bronny, has only added to the pressure. He has spoken publicly about wanting to continue his NBA career long enough to play with Bronny and his younger son, Bryce. This dream, while heartwarming, comes with an intense amount of public pressure on Bronny to perform. He's constantly being compared to the legacy of his father, making it difficult for him to simply grow and improve at his own pace without the spotlight of expectation. Naturally, LeBron James is fiercely protective of his son. When the criticism of Bronny reached a boiling point, LeBron stepped in to defend him, especially when Stephen A. Smith's comments about Bronny's readiness hit the public eye. LeBron has always made it clear that his priority is to protect his children, and when Stephen A. started questioning Bronny's spot on the Lakers, LeBron didn't hesitate to confront the commentator. During a game, LeBron approached Stephen A. Smith and expressed his frustration with the constant criticism of Bronny. He made it clear that while criticism of his son's basketball performance might be fair, the intensity and public nature of it were crossing a line. LeBron's reaction showed just how personally he took the attacks on his son, and his protective instincts as a father were on full display. Despite LeBron's defense, Stephen A. Smith stood by his opinions. He acknowledged that LeBron's motivation came from a fatherly place, but he still criticized the way LeBron was handling the situation. Smith argued that LeBron's public comments about Bronny being potentially better than some NBA players were setting up unrealistic expectations for his son. He felt that LeBron was placing unnecessary pressure on Bronny by pushing him too far too soon. Stephen A's argument was that the media and fans were focusing on Bronny because of his father's fame, which was unfair to a young player still finding his footing in the league. He believed that LeBron should have allowed Bronny to develop without the added weight of trying to live up to a legacy. According to Smith, the spotlight wasn't doing Bronny any favors, and he felt it was ultimately hurting his growth as a player. The feud between LeBron and Stephen A. Smith has become personal, as Smith has used the situation to air his grievances with LeBron himself. In addition to criticizing LeBron's parenting choices, Stephen A. has brought up issues with LeBron's relationships with other NBA players, particularly Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant. Smith has accused LeBron of alienating key figures in his life and questioned his actions in personal situations, like his absence at important events such as Kobe Bryant's memorial and Dwayne Wade's Hall of Fame induction. LeBron, on the other hand, responded strongly, making it clear that he wasn't just upset about basketball commentary, but also about the personal attacks. He pointed out that Smith's comments weren't just about his son's performance, they were about LeBron's character, relationships, and personal life. The public nature of their confrontation only added fuel to the fire, making the feud increasingly messy. LeBron and Stephen A's feud isn't slowing down, and who knows what they'll say next. Yvonne Orji's possible move to Balloon Pop Show is just as unpredictable. This story is far from over, and things could get even crazier. Make sure to stay tuned because updates are coming fast, and if you don't want to miss out, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More drama, more surprises. It's all happening right here.